I've seen on the news lately, uh, people are trying to look at black nerds and now all of a sudden thinking black nerds are cool. And I think most black nerds always knew black nerds were cool. It's like different than your everyday Asian or white nerd. Black nerds is just cool. And I think that you have to look at black nerds as a subculture. And in that subculture, it's like the version of hip hop, where in hip hop, rap music is part of hip hop, but it's not the only thing that is hip hop. And I think, look at the nerd culture, we associate the geek with the nerd. I think maybe in white culture, geek is nerd, but in the black subculture of nerdom, I think geek is just a part of it. Um, sure, you got those buffoonery geek guys, some on YouTube, Urkel, or people like that. But that's almost like a step and fetch it type version of a black nerd. It's probably created by somebody white, but black nerd is cool. Black nerd is like Will Smith or Orlando Jones or something like that. Uh, it's a little different. It's more about being an on point brother, about being an intellectual brother. So I kind of put a list down. I thought was the top 10 things that make black nerds cool. And I think you got number 10. You got the black nerd is a nice guy. There's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. Nice guys might be predictable, might be other things, but nice guys is generally a nice guy. Number 9, nice guys are usually early adopters on everything tech, everything movies, science fiction, things that become fads later like the Avengers or something like that. Nice guys are usually well up on that way before the general public. Number 8, safe lifestyles. Uh, Nerds usually don't do drugs, don't get arrested. They're not in and out of jail, they're not going to get harassed by the cops. They generally have a healthy lifestyle that's respectful of the law, and it usually has its benefits. And number 7, black nerds still look cool. Unlike, like I said earlier, maybe the Asian or the white nerd, or the geek, black nerds generally maintain their positive blackness and they still look cool. They can, just by changing what they wear one day to the next, they can go from casual cool to very cool. So black nerds are usually still cool. Number 6, black nerds are getting out of the ghetto. As Chris Rock said, a decade ago, is a civil war between black people and niggas, and niggas got to go. Where in this case, the black nerds are going, getting out of the black ghettos and moving on somewhere else in society. Number 5, black female nerds are definitely marriage material. If you had the pleasure of knowing a true black female nerd, she plays video games with you. She go to every Avenger movie or any kind of science fiction, or she's into Doctor Who, other things that makes her a valuable friend, as well as someone that's sexy. Number 4, adult geeks or nerds generally have money and good credit. That interest that they have in science fiction or math or something usually pays off, as a result of education down the line and retaining or getting jobs when they're in adulthood. And they usually can afford all the gadgets and fancy stuff that they want in their household. And number 3, the black nerds, you get no baby mama, no baby daddy, no disappearing fathers. You're not asking question, why aren't there fathers in the homes? Because black nerds, they'll take care of their family and they'll be around and they don't have a bunch of bastard babies all over the ghetto. And number two, black nerds are intellectuals. They have intellectual conversations. They can engage in various issues and topics from politics to pop culture. Uh, we have to make a distinction that this intellectualism is not an elitism. Black nerdism is not an elitist group. And number one, the black nerd is a positive role model. Just look at the President of the United States and the First Lady and even the children.